been to California, seen the sights and people there.
Hi, I'm Michael.
And I'm Grace.
And we're California Travel Videos.
Coming to you from Rapid City, South Dakota this morning. We are on our way to go see two monuments well known and famous. One of those is Mount Rushmore and
the other is Crazy Horse.
So we look forward to bringing you on along.
So I hope you enjoy our journeys with us. It's going to be a great day. I wonder how many factoids we should give on this. Well, wait and see. I think it'll be a lot more than just a cinematic experience. There's a lot of really interesting history on how Mount Rushmore evolved over 14 years, with a lot of twists and turns along the way from what it is right now. And Crazy Horse is still very much work in progress. So check us out. Here we go.
To start off, getting good photos and videos at Mount Rushmore is hard enough. After all, there's really only one group shot, and that's it.
Beginning July of 2019, the Skull Construction Company, and what's up with that name, from Rapid City was awarded a major contract to repair and refurbish most of the Mount Rushmore public facilities.
And what's open? Well, the view from the most distant main facilities, including Carver's Cafe, the gift shop, Mount Rushmore bookstore, information center, and the bathrooms, yes.
Unfortunately, closed through the fall of 2020 include the Lincoln Borgham Visitor Center, Sculpture Studio, the Amphitheater, Grandview Terrace, and the best up-close and personal view of the American of the Flags.
Let's explore its glory as well as the history with twists, turns, and politics that got us to today's monument of the 4 U.S. presidents.
Starting off, here's some fun facts.
The president faces soar 60 feet high, so the originally planned waist-up bus size would be over 200 feet.
Wow! With the construction work mostly done by miners, originally searching for gold during the Great Depression years, hourly wages were about 50 cents an hour.
So the total construction cost for the monument was a bargain $990,000.
Workers at the top of the mountain would hand crank a winch to raise and lower the drillers, with young callboys shouting out messages to speed up or slow down the speed. Going too fast would drag the rider's face up the 60-foot likeness of the president's.
Yikes. Imagine being lowered down a 500-foot face on a bosun chair held by tiny, teeny, 3/8-inch thick steel cable to drill, jackhammer, and blast. Now, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah. I'll pass on that one. Yet, despite the constant dynamiting and jackhammer work from hundreds of feet, no one was killed during the 12-year project. From left to right, the 60-foot heads portray President Washington, the foundation of our U.S. democracy; Jefferson, the Declaration of Independence and signed the Louisiana Purchase; Teddy Roosevelt, championed economic growth and development during the Industrial Age; and Lincoln, who preserved our national park treasures and country during the Confederate War.
The annual park attendance, it totals over 2.5 million visitors. Now, admission to the park is free. However, the parking fee is $11 for automobiles.
It costs the government about $15,000 a day to run the park. At least that's what the feds charged the state of South Dakota to keep the park open during the 2010 government shutdown. Why? South Dakota's top revenue producer is tourism, with Mount Rushmore being the state leader, and local tourism contributes $500,000 income to the Keystone, Rapid City, and surrounding areas.
Ka-ching. Moving to Mount Rushmore's past, a local historian originally came up with the idea of carving images of famous people in the Black Hills, more to promote tourism, less for patriotism. Historian Robinson wanted the sculpture to portray Western American heroes like Lewis and Clark, Red Cloud, and Buffalo Bill Cody.
However, Sculpture Borgham asserted the monument should have a greater scope and decided that the 4 United States presidents. And besides, what better way to obtain federal funding than to commemorate its leaders as he did for the Confederates during the Civil War?
Now, with the national appeal, South Dakota U.S. Peter Norbick championed the project and secured federal funding. Construction included 400 carvers, including Chief Carver Luigi Del Bianco, oh yes, who began in 1927, with the president's faces completed between 1934 and 1939, which was a 12-year project.
While each president was to be sculpted from head to waist, a lack of funding forced construction to end in late 1941. Now, going back long before the white settlers came to the Black Hills, the Lakota Sioux called this area the Six Grandfathers, or Cougar Mountain. But following the discovery of gold during the Panic of 1873, global depression, and the Battle at Little Bighorn, 2 years of military wars asserted U.S. control over much of the Black Hills by 1878.
Sad. Shortly thereafter, wealthy investor Charles Rushmore, hey, I know that name, began visiting the area regularly on prospecting and hunting trips and joked with his buddies about naming the Six Grandfather Mountains after himself. Well, sure enough, in 1930, Mount Rushmore was recognized by the United States Board of Geographical Names during the construction of our national monument.
Meanwhile, the Crazy Horse Memorial is slowly being constructed nearby in the Black Hills to commemorate the Native American leader as a response to Mount Rushmore. Upon completion, it will be larger and enjoy the support of the Lakota chiefs. The Crazy Horse Memorial Foundation continues to reject offers of federal funding.
Be sure to watch our upcoming video on the Crazy Horse Memorial. Coming up next to a YouTube and Facebook California Travel Videos theater near you.
Mount Rushmore? Check.
Have you been to California? Seen the sights and people there? Walked the streets of sleepy sea towns, tasted salty ocean air.